You touched on some issues in your electorate, particularly around tourism and the bustle in Margaret River Airport. What are the top 5 issues, do you think, in Bass?
Yeah, look, the Busselton Margaret River Airport expansion is certainly a key issue for the area. We know that regional aviation is a big challenge. That's why the government highlighted it and undertook a review into regional aviation as soon as they became or entered into government. It is a big challenge, but what we know and the reason that it deserves to be invested in and supported is because of the great gains it can deliver to a community and also to a state as well, because I think that our greatest strengths as a state exist not only in our beautiful capital but in the beautiful parts of our regions. It will always be very challenging for Perth to compete against Sydney and Melbourne in terms of a capital city experience. But what we do have is our natural beauty, whether it's here at Kings Park or the Swan Valley, Rottnest, but also in our beautiful regions as well. And the Margaret River region is the most popular destination outside of Perth. This project was to expand the runway with a terminal for eastern states flights as the first step, and then flights to Singapore and potentially Denpasar as well, although that's an outbound flight. That's better for the locals than for tourists. So it was an important project, and it's disappointing that the first decision of this government was to remove Tourism WA from leading airline engagement at a time when they were aware that there were at least 3 airlines that were very interested in this route, one seriously interested. So that was a key project, and it is what we've seen, and the reason it's such an important project for the region isn't just because of the promise of building and leveraging our tourism numbers, but we've also seen heavy investment in the private sector that has followed that, which has supported small businesses as well.
I was going to ask you, is there much support, and is it unanimous in your electorate for the expansion to go ahead?
Oh, yeah, I think it's there are people that live out near the airport that probably aren't as
not
keen.
excited.
But in general, yeah, there is a lot of support for the project. There are particularly amongst the small business sector and particularly amongst the tourism operators as well. But not only was this supported throughout the electorate, but every local government in the southwest saw it as their key strategic project for growing visitation going forwards. Oh, actually, I'll rewind that. It's actually not even for growing visitation. Of the 12 local governments in the southwest, it was their number 1 strategic project going forward, was the expansion of the airport. So it has had broad support. It is an ambitious project, as all regional aviation projects are. But we've got a local government. They weren't after subsidising flights. They weren't after asking taxpayers to foot the bill for empty seats. What they were asking for is for this government to make good on their original commitment of the former government, which was to complete the terminal, which had already been committed to, and also just market the route, which should be a no-brainer.
Well, I mean, taking politics out of it, because of course the government may well say that your people left the state's coffers in a bad state.
Yeah.
But politics aside, do you think there's a bit of a disconnect between Perth and regional WA in terms of an appreciation that regional WA is not second class, deserves the same opportunities, the same sort of level of investment?
Yeah.
Obviously proportional to population. Do you get a lot of that? I mean,
I don't get it amongst the people. So I genuinely feel that the people of Perth, of the metropolitan area, want to see regional WA get its fair share and see a good level of investment. And we saw that over the Mora College campaign and the regional education cuts issues. But I think what we do see is with a government that I believe up until this point has been very metrocentric, has been an approach by government where they believe that they can get away with not delivering services or support in regional WA to the same level that we're enjoying here in our capital of Perth.